All right, so this is my week 8 discussion on daily routine. First question is name 3 to 5 areas that I've been successful in doing that's consistent with an Ayurvedic daily routine. Um, these areas are number one, my elimination has consistently been good in the morning, first thing in the morning. It's been that way almost every day for most of my recent life. So that's good. That's definitely consistent. Number two, I do asanas and transcendental meditation and the advanced programs twice a day, every day, morning and afternoon. Number three, I wear natural fiber clothing, lets my skin breathe. So when skin toxins come out of my skin, they can easily be removed. Number four, um, typically, as far as breakfast and lunch, I tend to eat a lighter breakfast every morning. Um, Warm milk with cereal is my typical breakfast. And at lunch is a little bit heavier and typically between 12 and 1:30. And then I take a walk once or twice a day for about an hour. Um, in terms of rooms for improvement, I need to get to bed earlier. I tend to stay up after midnight. Um, and that walk that I take, I've learned it's better to take it early morning during kapha time. So that would be something I might want to work on also. Now, in terms of other things, I'll talk about that in question 2, in terms of any imbalances that I might be experiencing that may be the result of being not in tune with the laws of nature. I tend to be heavier, about 20 pounds overweight for my height. And that probably is because I'm eating a heavier meal at night, typically later. That the lateness is probably because of my deciding to do super radiance, global super radiance. But I do eat more at night. I should be eating a lighter diet. I tend sometimes to eat heavier, oily food at night. Also, I have skin issues, and that might be the result of the fact that I like spicy foods. So, how do I balance things out? If I do eat later, I need to eat more light foods, less heavier, less oily foods, and also less spicy foods. Question 3 has to do with the seasons. I live in New Jersey, in the US. We have 4 seasons here. March through June is typically our springtime. Mid-March to mid-June, that's kapha. Mid-June to mid-September is pitta time. That's the summertime. In the fall, mid-September to mid-December tends to be pitta and also vata, but less pitta than the summer, more vata, especially towards November and December. And then mid-December to mid-March is the vata time. How do I, long-term, maybe every year, what do I do to balance myself out? Panchakarma, I've been a regular user of Panchakarma. It would be good to do it twice a year. Typically, I do it either in the spring and summer, but I've learned it's better to do it in the fall and the spring because of the transitional periods there, vata kapha transitions. And also, I should be adjusting my diet to the times of the year. So in the spring, when it's kapha time, since kapha is heavier and more oily, I should tend to eat lighter, drier foods, for example. In the summer, pitta is very hot, so less spicy foods, sharp type foods, less sharp foods, cooler foods. And then in the fall, when vata starts taking over, then that's the time I should be eating maybe, even though in moderation, I should be eating foods that are a little heavier, have a little more oiliness to them. Otherwise, my skin gets dry, my digesting it gets too dry. And finally, in terms of imparting this information to clients in the future. This Ayurvedic routine, even for somebody like me who's been doing TM for so long, it's very overwhelming. And I can picture somebody brand new to it, and they may not feel like there's time for doing all of these things. So it's important to listen to the client, review the diet, their diet and lifestyle, be supportive and encouraging no matter what they're doing, and then come up with some sort of lifestyle plan for diet and for exercise and things like that. Um, and just make small changes at a time. Those types of changes that the client can do at that particular time, make these changes fun to do and easy to accomplish.